Barbí, you so dumb.
Hey cuties, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey. If you're not, welcome back, Bookies. So, quick update. I finally got it off my to-do list. I'm gonna show y'all. So cute. This is the fit. It's not done yet, but fit. Right. Okay. These boots. Are you seeing the vision? These boots. I made this. I'm gonna link the video in here. That's what we're going for today. I already washed my hair. And I put it in a ponytail. I haven't done my edges though, so it's like I probably should do my edges first. I didn't think that through. We're doing a bun ordeal, so I'm gonna take out this braid, but I'm about to go do my edges. Today we're not going nowhere special. We're just going out. I haven't been out in a minute, so pop in. And then after I pop in, I'm probably gonna go MIA for a while because I have to finish up some work. But last we talked, we did a whole recap. Last we talked, it was about New York nightlife. We talked about a whole bunch of things, but yeah, that's a recap. So from that recap, I probably should take this off. Hold on. Gotta make sure we do blend up here, but not on the hair itself because we don't want to look weird. Anyways, y'all, why in the world? I had thought about it. I was like, what happened? Because I'm trying to think about what happened. Y'all, why in the world was I minding my business, right? And I hate doing men's stuff. Anything that has to do with anything that I just feel like a guy should deal with, I just hate doing it. Long story short and short story long, I'm over here minding my business, learning about guy things because where is my man? Times like this is when I be like, where is my man? Because I shouldn't be dealing with this. I shouldn't be dealing with this. But for the most part, if you're new here, I'm looking at the mirror. But then I have a handheld mirror. I don't know. I just be alternating. But for the most part, what happened? Oh, boom. Minding my business, right? Taking care of business while I'm minding this business of mine, as I should. Next thing you know, I'm getting help from one of the employees that work at the facility I'm at, right? And while he's helping me, some other guy pops up. No weird stuff. He just knew more. I don't want to say he knew more about the topic I was there for, but you know how it's just you're minding your business and then somebody comes to assist and they really don't work there, but it's angel scent? Is it angel scent? You hear that? No squeaking. I'm so sorry. I'm still geeked about this chair. But anyways, yes, angel scent, whatever it's called. Anyways, so boom, this older guy comes and he's just whoopty woo, this is what you gotta do, blase. And then the guy who works there, he's agreeing with him because yeah, this man knows what he's talking about. So it's I'm listening to both of them, right, talking. Next thing you know, there's this guy next to me and he decides to be nosy in all three of our business. So it's an A, B, C conversation and he wants to be D. Move around. The alphabet ends with C. Okay? So he comes up and he's over here trying to I feel like he's just trying to start a conversation. Super random, but I laid my rug down. Anyways, I know I just really interrupted, but I laid my rug down. It's super cute. Anyways, yeah, I've been pretty busy. And I got more stuff to do, but this is a break for me. So that's why we're going out. Anyways, boom, like I was saying. So A, B, C conversation. He want to be D so bad. So he's over here like, because it's not really trauma bonding, but he's just like trying to make connections like, oh, you know, woo, you got this problem, I got this problem too. Blase, 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 blase. And keep in mind, I'm A, the two gentlemen that are helping me, B and C. They're still there, like barely listening to him. It's like they're brushing him off in a way, like, sir, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Worry about yourself. That's what it's giving. But it's not giving that because they're not like, you know, it's like they know he's trying to talk, but they're avoiding him. And because they're avoiding him, I'm avoiding him to a degree too, because you see me learning about men stuff. And here you are, not teaching me anything. Get out of my face. So, boom, right? I'm sitting here. Next thing you know, while the two guys, they're looking at something, like for a quick second, like, because the older gentleman who's not really an employee is talking to the employee. And the guy who is D takes it upon himself, and he's just like, you see that little girl in the car? That's my daughter. Are you implying I should be her stepmom? Hey, and I don't look, and you're like, that's a huge jump for you to even think that. And the only reason I was confused that if that's what he was trying to imply is because he was just like, yeah, so you know, you're really fine. And that's my daughter. So if you interested, and it's very much giving like, let's play house if you want to. Do I look like I'm here to play house, or do I look like I'm here to cross shit off my to-do list? Be sub for bro right now. This is not the time nor place. And why would you just like, what type of offer is, hey, here's my daughter? What type of offer is that? That's not an offer. That's not a good offer. So then the older gentleman hears him, right? The older gentleman hears him, and he walks towards me again. And at this point, I'm just looking like, what the fuck? Like, ain't no way to say it. Just you're trying to offer me to be somebody's stepmom. Like, oh, sir. So boom, the older guy comes towards me again, and then they like start talking. Men talk. I'm just here listening, learning. I'm not like in one ear out the other. I'm listening, so it's in one ear, marinating in my brain, but nonetheless, it's like, I shouldn't even be dealing with this for real. Anyway, so while that's going on, I need to wash my brushes, because I have like the brushes. They're not really dirty. The ones that I used prior to Fashion Week. Then I have the ones that I took to Fashion Week. So it's like all in my brush container, and it's just so like piled up. Anyways, there I go getting distracted again. Like, yeah, y'all. I was just like, ain't no way this video over here try to offer me like stepmom position. Does the mother of the child know that you're over here recruiting stepmoms for her? Like, you fine as hell, here's my child. That's wild. That's wild. The little girl was cute though. She was in the back. She was cute, but she was just jumping around like, girl, sit down. Sit down. Sit down or come outside. Because I don't know why he got you in that car anyways. Like, I would be bored just sitting, waiting. I would be bored too. I see where you're coming from. Anyways, so yeah, that happened. I was like, what else happened? We hadn't talked for a minute. But what else happened? Oh, so tell me why I went ahead. I mean, it's not really squeaking. It's like when I lean up and back, because it's like leather. I promise you I don't even like pink. It's not pink. It's silver. So yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say, but watch me remember in a few seconds. I think it's because like I started touching my eyebrows. Every time I like touch my eyebrows, it's like all logic goes out the window and I can't really think straight no more. Should I use this one? Yes. Okay. And so boom. Because I told y'all, I don't think was it the last video? I haven't like edited it yet, so I don't even know the topics that I covered in that video. Usually I remember when I edit it, and then it's just like, oh, that's what I discussed. Now, without like editing those videos, they're not like, they haven't been sitting there for too long, but it's just like a few days have went by. But I have to edit the other videos. Like, it's hectic over here. It's hectic. Work got to get done. But, you know, enough work got done to the point where it's like, okay, I guess you can go out. You know? Yeah. We talked about reward system. Yeah. So if we can't take care of business, ain't no need to be out because your business isn't out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we talked about. If I had, if I was getting compensated from being out, I would be out all the time. Exactly. But the business that I do don't really require me to be out. So why would I be out just squandering money around when I could use that for something else? However, if outside is paying me, I don't mind being outside because the amount of money like I spend to go out has to be reimbursed somehow. Like, my thing is, I don't like spending money, but I like spending money. It's a love-hate relationship. Where is this going, you may say? Exactly, I'm getting there. Don't rush me. So anyways, yeah, I kid you not. Hold on, this eyebrow. When I say things, I say, at least I like to think that I'm saying it in a humble way. So it's like we're just discussing life lessons. Okay. Anyways, I said all that to say this. So when I had worked my last 9 to 5, I was at like a fork in the road where it's like, I'm not liking this at all. And I want to do something new. However, I guess we can start, go back to the drawing board. And, in high school, like I told you, I used to be on the app, right? Okay, so cool. I'm feeling like it might be a little difficult to get the ball rolling again, but nonetheless, once we get the ball rolling, like, it's never an issue because, baby, you did it once, you can do it again. That's the notion. So I knew when I was starting like my content creation journey, looking back now, I probably would have used my phone to do recording to save me money. But like, if you don't know, if you watch the random rants, which I'm kind of considering not doing anymore, but we'll talk about that in our next random rant. So anyways, yeah, so with the random rants, like, we discussed how it was just like perfectionists in a way, which has its perks. But at the same time, like, need to know how to like control your perfectionist urge. You know what I mean? Because your perfectionism can be like, it can make you or it can break you. You know what I mean? Because like, obviously I do graphic work. Being a perfectionist, like, to people, it's just like, to them, nothing needs to be changed. But then to me, like, I'll be looking at something and I'm like, hold on, so sorry, that's not the final copy, even though I already sent the client what I thought was the final copy. But because I made a tweak, a slight alteration, we have to go back to the drawing board. However, since I feel as if that I made the mistake, you don't, because it's obviously 3 revisions. I realize that a lot of people don't like reading. If you read, like, everything will make sense, but people don't like reading. And you're like, what does reading have to do with anything? I have a contract. And people don't like reading, but the contract covers everything. But anyways, so when it comes down to it, actually, I have to update that, actually. That's on my to-do list, updating that. But nonetheless, so boom, fork in the road, right? And I was like, what are we gonna do? I was like, okay, cool, boom. Like, there was a lot of different ventures we could dive into, but it was just like, which one seems more probable? Like, which one seems like a goal that's easily obtainable? Not super easy, because obviously this is not easy, like having to edit videos, this, that, and the other. Like, there's nothing to it. But at the same time, like, you have to have time to do it. So it's easy, but it's not really easy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I, at that point, knew, I was like, if anything, this could get me here. I'm trying to like map it out in a way without really mapping it out. Like, where do I see myself? Where do you, type stuff. So boom, we're doing like the whole, like, what do you see yourself, thinking about it. And I had told myself, I was like, okay, cool. This is where I see myself, blase, 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 blase. This is how we need to get to this goal. I go ahead and at the time I had, I don't know why I stopped to blend, but anyways, at the time I had a savings, and that savings was from my job at US Bank. So boom, I had a nice enough savings, but at the same time, like, because I was unemployed, I was going through my savings, that savings. So I was going through that one, not really like awfully fast because like I told y'all budget, but at the same time, like I was going through it quick enough where it's just like, we need something coming in to make up for all this money going out. Like I told y'all, like balance. I'm not going to sit here and be like splurging and more is going out than it is coming in type stuff. Okay. So, cause you know what they say like money is a jealous wife. You have to always give her attention. Like I told you, I'd be complaining. Which is not to say that it won't get done. I just gotta complain first. Cause be for real, who's gonna reimburse me for all of this? Of course I want to be reimbursed. Of course I want to be reimbursed. Like so boom. I go ahead and I like at this point, that's why I told you I fork in the road. So I take it upon myself and I use like not all of it, but I use a nice amount from the savings that we had to buy the camera because I was like, you know, content creation journey, this is what we're doing. Blase, 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 blase. This is what we need. This is what I'm like in my head, I'm thinking. And like when it comes down to content creation, they don't tell you that because like if you watch my first video, you kind of hear static, and that's called white noise, right? Obviously I knew that's what it was called, but like how do you get rid of it? And I didn't find no free way to get rid of it, so I end up having to do like a subscription. So anyways, all in itself, I end up getting the camera because I'm like, I need a camera. However, like I told y'all, looking back at it now, I probably would have used my phone if I in all actuality, when I was thinking about like my return, you know, returning your investment, I was more so thinking that it was going to be a shorter amount of time, which I don't mind the time frame. You know, I don't mind the time frame, but when it comes down to like where we imagined everything, the return in the like we supposed, you get what I'm saying, like. The timing is just a tad bit off, but that's cool because I try not to like beat myself up about the timing, but at the same time, like let's be practical, Okay, cool. So I said all that to say this because I ended up telling you like I got the camera, like it was between the camera and something else, but at the same time it's just like which one's gonna be worth it. All in itself, y'all. Long story short and short story long, because at this point it's like I'm kind of rambling, but I'm not. Why in the world, y'all? For some reason, I don't know how I get here. Right? I'm looking and you're like, where are you? I am looking at the camera that I have. Long story short and short story long, like I keep saying that, but it's like this story is, I'm still giving y'all the long version. Oopsies. Anyways, and these little disclaimers, these little side notes aren't helping either, right? Exactly. So anyways, so I go ahead and I'm looking at the camera price, and baby, when I say profit margin is delicious, just know the profit margin is delicious because why in the world, when I originally bought the camera, I paid like probably $8. And now I'm looking at the price of it. Y'all, 1,500, 1,300. Nonetheless, we're all in the thousands. Wow, because I didn't even touch thousands when I bought it. That right there is what I call the profit margin because like, don't get me wrong, it's not like a big jump. It's not like hefty, but nonetheless, like to me, that was just like, okay, cool. That was a good investment. To me, all in itself, I just really want to pat myself on the back because I feel like I made a good investment. And you're like, how would you know if it's a crappy investment? Because if I was looking at the camera price and for some reason, like, because you have to understand, like at any point in time, if all hell fails, I can just sell this camera. And like I told you, I'm always consistently pivoting. So like, oh, boom, I sell this camera, do something else. Like, life don't end type stuff. So yeah, all that being said, I was just so happy because it's just like, that's a nice enough profit margin, So yeah, when it comes down to it, that's why, like, when I keep talking about like investments don't really necessarily have to be the stock market. You can invest in yourself. That's because I know I talked about like investing in yourself and how like TME for me is more like an investment. I'm investing in myself. But for the most part, yeah. And that's the thing about investing, and that's what you'll learn if you ever decide to like dabble into the stock market itself. Like, you don't know how, like, I mean, you can guess, but you necessarily don't know for sure. I mean, people could be like, yeah, I know. No, you don't really know for sure. What your investment, like the returns will look like. You can estimate, like I keep telling you can estimate, but you don't really know what the returns are going to be like. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can. I'm not going to say you can't, but sometimes you can, because sometimes it's just like a simple math. Not a math equation, that's the word I'm looking for. A simple math equation will like tell you your return in your investment, but that's like with a steady incline or like a steady decline, whichever way. But for the most part, when it comes down to investments, it's more like a gamble. And I gambled with like that, the remaining funds in that account. And I believe that I don't know, to me, I just feel as if the return, like the positive outweigh the negative. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Anyways, so keep that in mind with anything you do in life. Weigh out the pros and the cons. Sometimes like you'll do things and it's like, to be honest, this is not like, you might just step down because it's not typically what you do, but at the same time, like the benefits outweigh the cost. So it's like they're not paying you a lot, but the benefits are delicious. So because the benefits are delicious, therefore I charge this. So because the benefits are delicious, therefore the whole thing might just be a delicious proposal. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, all in that and all in itself. Yeah. I don't know why I felt like sharing that, but yeah, pay attention. Investments. Is it good? Is it bad? Who knows? It's a risk. It's a risk you have to take. Or you can play it safe. But you have to understand, like, playing it safe only gets you so far. So a lot of people getting mad. And I think it's more so like, I don't understand when people get mad. I have the same 24 hours in a day. What you choose to do with your 24 hours has nothing to do with me. That's why I told y'all last time when I was doing like a facial something review. And I was just like, you can't really be mad if you say you don't have time to do a facial. Because I don't have time to do a facial as much. Okay, so I don't have time as much as I want to be able to do my facial. However, when I do have time, I find time and I'll do it. Even if it's just like once a month, it's like me treating myself. And then in the long run, that's going to benefit me because good skin, you see what I'm saying? Like perks, always do something for yourself. Never do it for the opposite gender because that's how you'll get screwed over every time. Not every time, but enough times. Anyways, yeah. Speaking of returning your investments, because your education is an investment too. But however, I feel like a lot of people get the degrees and then they get mad because they don't know how to work their degrees. When you get your degree, like a lot of people get mad because they're not understanding how that it's in itself is an investment. But it's like once you get a degree, it's like now you have to network and you have to basically like puff your own chest up. Like I like to say, lick your own coochie. Because it's like you go to the workforce. What do you bring to the workforce? A whole lot. Like now you really have to start bragging. Like I'm not one to brag, but at the end of the day, like there's a time and place for everything. Some places you have to brag. Like you want me. This is why you want me, you know? But don't come off too thirsty. It very much should give like, I know my worth, but at the same time, I have other people looking too. So play with me if you want to. That's what it should give when it comes down to negotiating stuff. Okay. Like you want to like be interested, but not too interested because you're thirsty for the opportunity. Exactly. So, like, damn, girl, you is bathing in this setting spray. And I am. I told y'all, never stingy with the setting spray. Oh, I was talking about investments. Yes. So, your education investment, because, you know, finesse when you get the job opportunity, blase, like you puff up your chest, right? And I said all that to say this because I had heard, well, the streets were saying, you know, because my ears be to the ground. I be listening, but I don't be listening. Like I'm nosy, but I'm not nosy. Anyways, just listen to TT for a second. So all in it's up, right? I'm over here minding my business, and I'm hearing that the girlies, because they want to like get away, like complete school quicker, they're going the whole route of what's it called? They're going the route of international college. So then they don't have to spend as much on school, one, because, you know, and then two, not just like, oh, I don't want to spend a lot on college. The timing when it comes down to like some places, their time frame on how long it takes to get your master's degree and your doctorate is shorter. And it's just like, yes, you don't want to spend forever in college. However, you need to take into consideration when it comes down to like the US and their like degrees. When you get a degree in the US, right? That degree will take you everywhere, damn near everywhere. When you get a degree in other countries, the US doesn't acknowledge every country's degree. So all I'm saying is don't waste your money because your investment, right? Because you're investing in school, your education, you're investing in your education. Don't waste your money on like a degree from like, I don't know if they qualify or not. I'm just using it as an example, but Senegal, right? I go to Senegal and I'm like, hey, I want to do school here. And they're like, cool, girl, we got you. You want your doctorates? You only need to do 3 years and we'll give it to you. Exactly, right? And I get my doctorates from Senegal, the University of Senegal, whatever. And then I come to the US and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get a job. And they looking at me like, girl, we don't claim Senegal. Like, they have no jurisdiction when it comes down to education over here. Like, they're not, what's the word I'm looking for? We don't approve them. And you're like, but why with the US, baby? I told y'all the US, she might have a fake Gucci belt on, but that girl knows how to do her 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Y'all don't be paying attention to like the US and NATO. The amount of things that Miss Ma'am gets away with, it's like, what in the world? But at the same time, it's like, who's going to check her? It's just like a dude, right? He has multiple baby moms, but he has a favorite. That's how it's like with the UN and the US, right? The UN, you know, all the countries, you know, it's like a group chat. So think of the UN as like a group chat. Everybody's in this group chat, and the UN is the baby daddy. The person that's connecting everybody together, right? Okay, cool. Stick with me on this analogy. And the US is the UN's favorite baby mama. Like, you could do stuff that's gonna piss me off, but I thought it through, you know what? And yeah, you could still get that damn Birkin. Bitch, you slashed my tires, you did some absurd things that we don't approve of, but I'm gonna still get you that damn, you know what I mean? Like, thank you. Exactly. Like, you just the favorite. Like, you can do wrong, but you can do no wrong. That's oh my gosh. All of this. Look, bro. And it just got on my thighs. Oh, jeez. So yeah. The US is one of them girls. And everybody wants to be one of them girls. And that's really what the like hustle and tussle is about. When you see like the US and Russia and all of them, and they're fighting over like land and stuff, because it's like, who's going to be in charge? Who's going to be deemed like my favorite baby mama next? That's what it kind of gives. So everybody's just like, yes, the US might be your favorite baby mom, but if I give him a third baby, right? China, we're going to think like China's the other baby mom. And China's like, if I give him a third baby, meaning I wash his car, maybe he'll acknowledge me, in the sense where it's like, China's like, if I get more land, if I get more resources that they need, if I'm like head honcho when it comes down to like money, because you have to understand when it comes down to it, like the US dollar is accepted in a lot of places. And it's like, where, you know, you want your country's currency to be accepted in multiple countries, because that's how you stay afloat. Because it's like, girl, I'm one of them. Like, my people can go anywhere and they good wherever they at. You know what I'm talking about? Exactly. And that's what Miss Ma'am gives. That's what she gives. So yeah, I don't care how bad y'all like the US. That's why I kind of like, I rock with they politicians, but I don't, because it's like, y'all know how to finesse. I'm gonna give, me, I give flowers where flowers are due, and the US know how to finesse. Baby, how you made everybody think that this Gucci belt to this day is still real and we know it's fake? And I say it's fake because that's what y'all say, the US ain't nothing but a fake Gucci belt. Exactly. And y'all say that because like we got all these issues because because the US got a lot of internal issues. But when it comes down to it, like the US, no matter how bad, like their citizens quarrel with each other, and the citizens and like politicians, or the citizens and like whatever, no matter how bad they quarrel, they're like a dysfunctional family that comes together every time. Yeah, that's the US. We're one big dysfunctional family. Like, we can argue with each other, but you can't argue with us. And then we'll always give that. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. If you get it, you get it. Like, that's what I'm saying. History is one of those things where it's like, it's a lot to get into. Just a lot. One thing I really don't understand is like why people get into the life of crime, but then don't put money aside. Like, I always tell you guys, like, make sure your money's making money. So like, put your money in different places. Exactly. Right. And I just never understand when people like, for instance, scammers, like you want to be a scammer, you want to get quick cash, but you never tuck any money away for when like shit hits the fan and you need a good lawyer. And then hypothetically, like, why would you put the money all in your name? Because what if they freeze your account? Like, now you have no assets. Exactly. You know what? Like I always tell y'all, what do I know for real? What do I know for real? You know what else I realized? A lot of the people who wear those like name tags, I call them name tags, like the big like diamond necklaces with like the names. Y'all never like name tags. The ones who wear like the name plates, the diamond name plates, y'all never used to wear y'all name tags in school. Every single time the teacher's like, why don't you got your name tag on, Marcus? Marcus over here, I lost my name tag knowing damn well he ain't lose it. Boy, put your name tag on. You over here misplacing it purposefully because you don't want to wear a name tag. Now all y'all do is wear name tags. Okay, I guess. Like, if you like it, I love it. Everybody got a name tag on. Oh my gosh. Like, be for real. Y'all hated name tags back in school. Am I the only one who remembers that? I want to be able to be like, yeah, my name is Sandra, without somebody like, okay, but why does it say Natasha on your, like, I want to be able to give people multiple different names. Like, because why are you asking about me? And then, speaking of multiple names, depending on who y'all ask, I have a boyfriend. Because that's the only way I be trying to, like, that's the only way to avoid people these days. They be like, oh my gosh, you so fine. Like, can I talk to you? I be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I have a man. So depending on who you talk to, I have a man. I said all that to say this: be careful who you talk to. Like, there is nobody, but if you hear that I have a man, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. At this point, I really need people to just like believe what I tell. Well, I don't really care if you believe what I tell you. However, it's like, believe what you see and not what you hear. People are going to tell you whatever. You know how many people like, oh my gosh, I hope nobody's out there claiming me too. Don't claim me. I don't want to be claimed. And I say don't claim me. The simple fact is, like, can you imagine somebody's out here like, yeah, that's my girl. And then everybody else is like, oh, yeah. And then they not shooting their shot. That's devastating. Don't claim me unless like actions come with that claiming. Like, don't be telling y'all, but it's like, yeah, me and her talk, and there's no actions. I don't like that type of behavior. I don't. So, like I said, yeah, just because I tell you I got a man, don't really mean I got a man. I might not be interested in you, and I'm just trying to let you down gently. So I got a man, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You're like, how are we gonna know when you really have a man? I don't know. Baby, look, y'all too embarrassed for me. I like a simple life, it's just me and my business. I like worrying about my business. And yeah, I don't be doing too much, but y'all like doing too much. And I don't be trying to go through all the hoopling and the hollering. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool. I need someone to be my peace. You know what I mean? Like, y'all the furthest thing from peaceful. If anything, y'all be trying to leave people in pieces. I don't have time to be left in pieces because I'm trying to piece everything together to get my pieces. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all, either when you flip it, the bread comes first. The bread comes first. Anyways, body is tea. The British are coming. Body is so tea. The British are coming. That's been stuck in my head. I'm a little teapot short and here is my handle. Here is my spot. Here, oh, you know, when you tip me over, because body said tea. The British are coming. Call me. Is it John Hancock? He was the one, I think he was the one that rode the horse and the British are coming, the British are coming. Yeah, body so tea, the British are coming. Okay, actually, okay, let me stop playing. British are coming, y'all, the British are coming. I'm just kidding. Yeah, like I said, let me finish getting ready. And then I don't like my brows today. Like they're not terrible, but they're just like, something's off about them. And I can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on like what's different about them. This is why I don't like when I don't do my makeup in a very long time, because then it's like, when I don't do my makeup, I kind of forget how to do my brows. No, they're not bad. They're not bad. I'm just not crazy about them. Like, usually I'd be like, yeah. And you're over here like, there's nothing wrong with them. Whatever. Anyways, let me put this eyeliner on and like all that good stuff. I'm gonna come. I figured out what I did to my eyebrows. I like the gradation. I shaded in this part too much, so it's not like doing a smooth transition like I wanted it. I just put the hair in a bun, didn't flat iron it. I just blow dried it my hair, and then like, you know, if I would have flat ironed it, it would have been like really nice. But it is what it is. Let me make sure my twat's not showing. You see the boots. You know, I ain't trying to reveal nothing to the kids, and you know, this is a family. Oh my gosh, speaking of family environment, why in the world when I was at the airport, I didn't even know that my underwear was showing. So I had changed the outfit. Remember the outfit in question for the night out? Exactly. So I had changed the outfit when I got to the hotel because I didn't have time to take a shower. Whatever, that's cool because I take a shower prior to leaving. So it's like, okay, cool. When I get on my flight, when I get home, I'll take a shower. That's the logic. Okay, cool. Boom, right. I get to the airport. And when I get to the airport, here I am thinking like, I'm the cutest little like bum, but not really bum because it was like a whole sweatshirt ordeal. Y'all, whole entire time, I'm not even knowing. You can see my underwear. I was wearing boy boxers. You know, those little boy boxers where it's like, I was wearing boy boxers. Oh my gosh. Whole time I never knew you could see my underwear. And I was wondering why this dude was trying to flirt with me. He was like calling me pretty or whatnot. And it was cool until he had like told me, he was like, send me a picture of you. And I got confused because send you a picture of what? Why would I send you a picture of me when you just saw me? You know what I mean? So because he asked me to send him a picture of myself, it just confused me because you just saw me. So why do you need a picture of me? And then like when I got in the bathroom, I was like, is he asking for a picture because he thinks like I'm an ex-worker? Oh my goodness, I hope I'm not giving ex-worker vibes. Because, you know, it's very much giving like airport amusement parks. That's like family scenery. I'm not trying to give a whole bunch of cheeks. That's purposely why I changed before coming to the airport. Cause I didn't like the whole like outfit that I was wearing was like these mesh pants, the cheetah print mesh pants. And I didn't want all this in that family orientated environment, but I still ended up showing and I didn't mean to. Yeah. So that took me for a loop. And I'm going to go now. Yeah, I'm going to go now. All this chatting. But anyway, so this is the fit. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Toodles.